there, Charlie.
Well, howdy, 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 everybody. Theresa here with
Brad.
and the critters. It is November 10th, 2020. It is Tuesday evening at 6:56 p.m. The weather is dun 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 dun
Dark.
dun dun dun. The weather is dark. Wow. And it's 69 degrees. Feels like 69. The high today was 80. The low tonight will be 65. Look at that hair sticking up there. We did find hairbrush, and then I went and bought. We were putting in a grocery order, and I went and bought some hairbrushes because we couldn't find them. And then, as you luck would have it, we find some of them. We still didn't find that one that you like. That's out here.
The green and white one?
Yeah, green and black, though.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, not green and white. What are you doing?
Filling up the rice pot
with
water.
Okay. I just wondered.
Yep.
So, partially cloudy, 30% chance of rain today, it said. Hasn't rained. Humidity's at 90%. Wind is 1 mile per hour.
Ooh.
From the northwest. Sunrise was at 6:46 a.m. Sunset was at 5:07 p.m. And tomorrow it will be a rainy, stormy, thundery, stormy day, honey. With 80% chance of rain tomorrow. It's a good thing we don't have to go anywhere.
Yep.
So, big reason that I made this video, because I made one yesterday. I just haven't uploaded it yet. I know you're like, well, it'd be probably a lot better if I upload them, right? Right. Is my friend Carol, my good friend Carol. We've been friends for quite a few years now, which I really enjoy. Anyway, she had sent a couple housewarming gifts that we went ahead and opened because I'm not used to opening stuff on camera now, so sorry about that, Carol. I went ahead and opened it, but we're here to show you. These are some beautiful bathroom rugs that she sent. These will be perfect in the secondary bathroom. They're very nice and soft. This is the smaller of the two, and then there's a bigger one.
That's the bathroom all the guests use.
Yes.
And so
yes, so we want it to look, yeah. And then she sent this wonderful slip cover. It's one of those ones that is reversible that you can use. You just slip it on there, and it helps protect your couch from your critters, which we need help with that. Because Charlie just thinks the couch is like his big old dog bed. And that then when his humans come over, his human friends come over, they all sit on his bed. So, yeah. He does act that way. And while my daughter and grandkids are over, he kind of acts a little put out because they're all on his bed. And so, yeah. But thank you so much, because we will love that. Yes, thank you. And Brad went down today, this afternoon, and got those packages from the post office. They were holding them. Not for ransom, they were just holding them. So, we've still been kind of fighting the flu-y. Brad is fighting more of the cold part of the flu-y, and no, we don't have COVID. So he is starting some rice for the critters, and I'm going to debone some chicken for the critters, and then we're just going to kind of chillax. I don't even know if we're cooking dinner tonight, because he just ate a little bit ago.
Yeah.
I ate a long time ago, but I don't know. You know how that is? I might just have a sandwich or something. I'm not sure. I might have some sandwich and some cucumbers. Might just do that. I don't know. Might just call it good. I don't even know if it's worth cooking a whole meal, babe.
I don't think so.
I don't think so. What is that?
The toaster.
Oh, the toaster. You're unbagging the toaster.
Unbagging the toaster.
I know what he's doing. Okay, this man here, this cute man over there, that one. Wave, honey.
Hi.
He loves raisin bread. He does. So I asked him this week, I said, do you want any more bagels or do you want some raisin bread? And he opted for the raisin bread, which is a pretty good deal because it's sliced really thin. If you think about it, it's the Pepperidge Farm bread, and it's sliced very thin. So, it's not real carb um, horrible for you. And because he's been on a raisin kick, y'all. I don't know what it is, but that man be loving him some raisins lately. You know how we all get on these kicks about something that you love to eat. For a while, I ate a whole bunch of cottage cheese. Now, ever since I got put in hospital and stuff, I backed way off of dairy products because they told me to really watch my dairy consumption because it's not good for your kidneys. Or something about I had enough calcium in my system. He said I never had to take calcium again in my life. So I just retain a lot of calcium. I think that's why, I had all these extra bone formations up with my roots and stuff. So anyway, uh so but yeah, and there for a while I was eating a lot of cucumbers. Now I'm kind of back on that kick. For a while I wasn't while we were moving, and then I'm on a vegetable kick right now. Have you noticed that, honey?
Yeah, well, me too. Because you saw I had the.
Yeah, okay, yeah, because our daughter brought over a bag of the mixed vegetables. It's got the carrots and the fresh broccoli and cauliflower. He had some of that with the sandwich. Both of our numbers have been down and been very good. Our blood glucose. Uh, and that really helps. I tell you, I know I sound like a broken record, but I say test and test often because it keeps you accountable. It's real easy to go off track with your eating when you're diabetic, if you're not paying attention to your blood glucose. But when you're taking it like you should be, you'll stop and think, wow, now why is it so high? And then you'll think about what you ate recently and you're like, oh, like I can tell you right now, if I eat cereal, it doesn't matter what kind it is either. Of course, the more sugary, the worse. But if I eat cereal, my number is going to be high. My reading is going to be high. You know, that's one thing they taught us or our doctor taught us was your body will react differently. Everybody's body reacts differently, of course. And like, I can eat potatoes and that doesn't react as bad as like cereal. And I think potatoes that react really drive yours up.
Yeah.
Yeah. And like he can eat cereal, and he does, whenever he wants to. Well, not whenever he wants to, but, he will, sometimes. Like we have the Special K we bought. They had a bunch of it marked down. It's the pumpkin spice. Not too bad, actually. It's pretty good. And then we have honey nut cereal. But if I'm really wanting something super sweet, then I'll just put a bunch of equal on it. But you know how you get through all these cakes that all of a sudden you want something. And I found something. I really love Russell Stover's sugar-free candy. They're chocolate. That is probably about one of my favorite. And Hershey now owns Russell Stover, or maybe it's the reverse. I think Hershey owns. Yeah, Hershey owns Russell Stover. But I find that I like the Russell Stover chocolate blend, the sugar-free, a little bit better, and they have a really good caramel that they put in there. So I've got a sweet tooth, and Brad, as he's gotten older, has gotten more of one. So I really enjoy a piece or two of the candy. Now, what we do is we'll get 3 or 4 bags, and then we will divide it all. And I'll put, in different Ziploc bags, one for him, one for me, and that way it makes you accountable that this candy should last me however so long, that I can't have more than maybe 1 piece or 2 a day, depending on the size. It's just that little bit of sweetness, because I do love a good piece of chocolate. And then it doesn't make you feel deprived. It's like my grandson came over, and I didn't know that Hershey Kisses now had all kinds of different flavors, like hot cocoa. My daughter was telling me they make a sugar cookie one. And she's like, have you tried them? I'm like, well, no. And I said, I wonder if they make them in sugar-free. And she said she didn't know. And I said, well, they make a pretty good sugar-free just chocolate. And but they don't make the Hershey Kisses in sugar-free. They make the York peppermint, the York mint patties, and they make the Reese's peanut butter cup, and of course the specialty darklet, and they make a caramel in the middle with the chocolate, all that sugar-free, and then your regular chocolate, milk chocolate. But it makes you not feel deprived. I wish one of the things I could find is some sugar-free fudge. Now, back when we lived in Wyoming, not too far, Brad knew the people that owned this candy store. It was a very, very small new candy shop. But this gal had made some wonderful sugar-free fudge. And I look and look online, and it is so hard to find anybody that really makes sugar-free fudge. And I mean, she made sugar-free fudge so well that you couldn't tell the difference. And it was in all different varieties. We shared that box. We did. And even shared with the grandkids and stuff. It was something else. And I can't make fudge to save my life. If it was sugar or sugar-free, right, hon?
Yeah.
I can't. I cannot. Brad knows. How many times have I tried to make fudge, honey?
Oh, uncountable.
Yeah. Oh, and I'm so excited about we finally got some more canned spinach. I love and Brad loves. We love some canned spinach. Now, I like the fresh spinach, and I like to cook it, but it's expensive that way. I mean, we do have to watch our money, and but it's always kind of a contest on whether or not we can get any canned spinach or not, because a lot of times they're out. And I'm happy this will be a relief off of y'all's mind, but we were able to get toilet paper, no problem, from our Walmart. We just had the groceries delivered because, we're doing that right now, and it sure is nice. But Brad has been Mr. Gabby Pants today, I tell you what. He enjoys going out to meet whoever the delivery person is that delivers our groceries. He misses, and he admits he misses visiting with people because he was always in sales. He was always storefront retail, and he misses conversing with different people and stuff. He's a talker. He is. If I'm going any place with him, I know to give like double the amount of time because he's a talker, man. He can talk with people. Well, so he had quite the day because he visited with the delivery driver, then he visited with our neighbor, and then he visited with a couple of the postmaster and employee there at the post office, and then he visited with some gal. He said act like they were long lost friends. Right, honey?
Yeah.
At the post office. Yeah, he had quite a good time. This is such a nice town we live in, though.
Yeah.
I tell you what.
Well,
Such a nice town.
that was
Well, come here, kitty, kitty, kitty. Come here, baby kickers.
all my
Come here,
bosses
come
there at the
here.
car dealership. You know, that was one that was something about me that they said they'd never seen anybody with the talent I had for getting somebody to open up, somebody to relax.
That's how you got me.
That's how I got you.
You was flirting with me.
Yeah, but you just got to talk to these people, just like you've known each other forever, and sometimes it takes a few extra steps to try to get them to open up.
The day I met you, I was having a particularly crappy day. Just gotten divorced. My vehicle, my only vehicle, did not have any heater in it. And we're talking wintertime Wyoming, right? Right after Christmas. A couple weeks after. And it had snowed, and the kids had chicken pox. And so I was in the store, and he just was chattering away, and he treated me like I was just like anybody else. I was on food stamps and stuff, and a lot at that time it was a paper food stamp. And a lot of times the checker did not treat you very nice at all. And he treated me so nice, and I last night he was bandaging my leg, and he was ripping tape off to put on the gauze pads. And I said, that reminds me of when the first time that we ever talked and stuff, you were bandaging, or that you asked me to take, there were coupons on these cartons of cigarettes. And at that point in time, I smoked like crazy. And he couldn't get them off, and I had these long fingernails, so he asked me to take them off. But, and then he asked me out, and I laughed at him, walked off. Right, honey?
Uh-huh.
And then I wrote him a note. And
gave it to probably, out of 60 people working in that store, she gave it to absolutely the most reliable person there.
Not reliable at all. It's amazing.
Oh, unreliable, yeah.
Yeah, it's amazing that note ever got to him. But it was just fate. So, but anyway, one other thing I wanted to say about is my daughter and I were talking a little bit about sugar and carbs and stuff, and she was talking about was something sugar free, and I said, I was saying it was low in carbs, and I said, well, it's basically the same thing, and Brad was telling me about how the sugar converts into carbs and stuff. You have to be very careful, and Brad's the one that taught me this. When he first got diagnosed with diabetes, which was about 2 or 3 years before I was, he took a bunch of classes. And one of the things they taught him was that just because something was sugar-free didn't mean it was carb-free. And if you have to be careful when you're looking at your sugar-free products, because a lot of times they will have more carbs in them than something that is not sugar-free. So, and it's basically like your hard candies for some reason. So, watch that, because I know, and I thought the same thing. It's like, oh, well, good, this is sugar-free. It's almost like a license of, I could have all of this I want. It's sugar-free. No, because, it's not carb-free. And that's where you get into trouble, right, honey?
Uh-huh.
So, Brad's having a painful day. It's time for you to take some more.
It is.
Okay. He's doing okay. We're hanging in there. We're hanging in there. I've backed way off about being so worried about getting this house all unpacked. It will happen, but to push him if he's hurting, or to push myself when we're really hurting us, there's no sense in that. It's not like we're raising kids or anything, we have the important stuff unpacked, which, would be nice if we ever found some of his clothes, but yeah, I kind of enjoy him walking around naked. No, he's not totally naked, but it would be nice if we could find some of more of his clothes. So, anything else, hon?
that I can think of, sweetie.
No, that's about it. So anyway, I'm hoping you all had a great day. Carol, thank you again so very much. I'm getting excited about the holidays. We're going to do a small turkey or parts of a turkey and a ham for Thanksgiving. And because everybody wants like all the trimming. So we'll do it. And as my daughter said, well, everybody's going to be cooking. So that makes it even better. Right, hon?
Yep.
Everybody will be cooking and stuff. And so.
Well, I remember that one time that it was over at Mom's house, and it was just so frustrating that nobody wanted to help, you know?
We'd had Thanksgiving. It was like the last Thanksgiving we ever had with her, where the whole family was around. Well, his sister Susan didn't come. But we'd had it over there because otherwise she wasn't going to have any Thanksgiving. And, we had cooked and stuff and basically supplied most of it. But dinner was over and people were wanting to split. It's like, no, 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 wait. We're all going to help clean and do dishes and all of this. So, because I didn't want his mom having to. And she thanked us and thanked us because, you could tell she was getting tired and,
Yeah, and little did we know that she was starting to get sick then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it makes those memories even more precious and stuff. So.
Yep.
Anyway, love you guys, and I do cherish your friendship so very much. And I think you guys are awesome. And say bye, Brad.
Bye, Brad.
Bye, guys.